Happy July 2nd. Happy July 2nd. I brought notes. I brought notes. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I think you can hear me, right? Let me know. Let me know. I had to quickly pull off on the side of the road to figure out how I want to position myself in relation to my YouTube video this morning, right? Let me make sure I got some chat to populate here. I brought notes. Grocery shopping and their behaviors, right? I got a coffee this morning, right? We got that flap right here. What's going on with the flat, YouTube? Right? I feel like I'm giving CPR to the lid, like I don't understand that. Why is there that flap there? I don't get that, YouTube, right? What's going on with that? But yeah, thank you, Dominique. How you doing out there, buddy? How you doing? This is going to be a short one today. I didn't want to waste y'all time. Thanks for joining me. I got notes. I wanted to cover. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. But then you know what? I wouldn't have a joke to tell, right? Right? I'm like I'm giving CPR. It's like I'm giving CPR to the coffee, right? That little flap, and it's like you can't fold it back down again. It's like once you pop it, that's it. You can't stop. Like like it's a Pringle or something, right? Like what's up with that? But yeah, grocery shopping, their behaviors, right? Parking spaces, aggressive drivers, absent-minded drivers, right? So you get those, like we're doing shopping, right? We're doing shopping, we're going out, we're about, right? We're doing that sort of thing. Parking spaces, right? We have service vehicles who take too many spots, right? You get those long trailer ones, right? And they park in the back. Do you ever think that employees park there in the back? There's employee parking. I mean, that's a problem where I'm at. Is that a problem where you're at too? What's going on with that, YouTube? Why? Right? Aggressive drivers, right? What's going on with the honking? Right? What's going on with the honking? Then they don't use blinkers, right? When they're in the parking lot, it's not a racetrack, right? There's places for you to go to do that sort of thing. When you're in a shopping situation, you're in a shopping parking lot, you you don't speed, right? Go, slow it down a little bit, right? You got families, you got little kids, right? And they're not paying attention. No one pays attention. Everyone's on their phones now, right? And they've got no awareness, right? So just slow it down. Come on, right? I passed by a sign that says, on the to get here this morning, right? I passed by a sign that says, don't drink and drive. We got to be reminded not to drink and drive, right? Come on, right? Just think, right? You got to think. You got to think about these things, right? We don't, if anything, throw a positive affirmation up there, right? Have a fantastic 4th of July, everybody, right? Like, hey, it's July 2nd. We're talking about shoppers, right? How you doing out there, YouTube? How you doing? July 2nd, right? It's going to be a short and sweet one. I got notes. I'm not trying to waste your guys' time, right? Not trying to waste your guys' time. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm Loud Italian. It's good to see you. I dropped my kids off at summer camp. It's their last day, right? So I'm going to work. I got to provide that world-class service, right? That everyone hears about. I got to get to where he works, because shoot, I got to know. I got to know what kind of service this man provides, right? Yeah. I am known as the pro, so I got to deliver. Um, but yeah, slow it down when you're in the parking lot. You don't need to speed, right? Aggressive drivers, you don't need to honk. Just wait a few seconds. You're probably getting paid anyway, right? You're probably getting paid anyway. So, hey, how you doing out there, Garza? Good to see you. Yeah, pizza's good. I haven't eaten it lately, right? That's probably why I'm 170 something. I'm lean, right? I'm like Brad Pitt in the movie Troy, right? I'm like 177. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that weight. I'm in the 170s, YouTube. I got that pinkish hue, right? The skin that looks healthy. And I'm fasting, right? It's a new week, so I'm fasting until 4 p.m. I don't eat until 8 p.m. Well, no, I break my fast at 4 p.m. and then I stop eating at 8 p.m. and then it starts all over again the next day. And I pretty much eat the same food. So yeah, pizza's good. I haven't had it lately. My kids and my wife usually eat it, and then I eat something else, Because honestly, I'm afraid of what it would might do to with my colon, because I haven't had that type of food in a long time. It's been like 7 months almost since I've had any processed foods. So, yeah, and those absent-minded drivers, right? Those drivers that like their heads work independently from their bodies. You know how they turn, right? You're like walking to your car, and then someone comes over, right? And they're driving, and they're going too fast, right? And they don't. There's no pedestrian stuff anymore, right? There's no yield to the pedestrian, right? They like make a turn and their head is one way and their body is another, and they're like this, right? What's going on with that, YouTube? Look around you. Look around, right? You're in the parking lot. Let's go. Come on, YouTube, right? Yeah, absent-minded drivers, right? Turning one direction and looking another direction. Come on. What's going on with that? How you doing, JR? Dominique, good to see you. Brunin, good to see you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's hit triple digits, all right? Watch hours are up. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead and get that out there, right? Let's go ahead and get out. Apparently, my kids are advertising my channel to their friends. Hey, if you like this stuff, look at my daughter was telling me that. She's like 7 years old, and I was like, sweetheart, this is more for their parents and stuff. I appreciate that, but just pass my channel on to the parents and stuff, because a lot of the stuff I cover is for like adults and just, like life lived experiences that you have and kids can't identify, right? Talk all day long about driving, but they don't know what it's like because they haven't driven anywhere. They've been passengers, you know? So pass this stuff on. You enjoy this stuff, Hey, um, yeah, so baskets, right? Like the behaviors that bother me, right? Those behaviors, right? When they finally get into these places and they're shopping and they're leaning on their baskets, right? Don't lean on the basket. Stand up tall, right? Push it like you're happy to be there. You don't have to like melt over the shopping cart, right? Come on, use some core work, And you wonder why people look like grilled cheese sandwiches left out in the hot summer sun. Come on. Come on. They don't need to look like egg salad. They don't need to look like grilled cheese sandwiches. Just tighten it up a little bit, right? Um, in those baskets, right? They find something and then they leave their basket, right? And they think they're doing you a service by pushing in the basket just in the corner, right? Because you know how you have that one spot and they just kind of park there at that 45-degree mark, right? And they leave the other three-quarters of the cart exposed. Put it in there. Slide it in there. Parallel to the structures, not perpendicular. Come on. Right? Come on. Have a little awareness. Right? Have a little awareness for other people and stuff, right? We're all in this together. Let's act accordingly, yeah? Come on. We's greater than me, right? All that good stuff. Anyway, yeah, so, in those sample cups, right? If you're sampling stuff, you know what I mean? Like have a sample, throw the doily away, right? Cuz you leave it on the ground and it starts to blow around like a hockey puck on an air table, right? You know what I mean? We're not an arcade. It doesn't need to blow around. Grab it and throw it away. And those workers out there, you find something that's on the ground that doesn't need to be on the ground, unless like it's a leaf or something, pick it up and throw it away. Someone has a question, hey, help them out, right? Don't duck into another aisle, right? Don't duck into another aisle. Someone has a question, answer their question, right? You might actually enjoy what you do and your day will go faster and then you'll go home, right? It's more than just collecting a check. Have some fun. Have some pride. You know what I mean? Provide that world-class service, right? Oh, unreasonable things, okay? Um, and throw those doilies away in the trash can, right? You know what I mean? And like if you're gonna go out in public or you're gonna go shopping and stuff, right? Don't have the long fingernails on the pinky, okay? You know what I mean? You're not a rock star. Come on, tighten up the nails, clip them, right? What's going on with the dirt underneath the fingernails, YouTube? Come on, tighten it up, right? You're in public, right? Have a little like pride in yourself, right? Good hygiene, right? You say everything without saying anything, right? Nonverbal is more than verbal anyway. So come on. All right. The bad breath, the body odor, the hammer toes, right? The dirt, you know what I mean? Those broken feet, right? I've covered this in other stuff, but I'm putting it all out here right now on the line, YouTube. You get frustrated. You see this stuff, right? You go out in public, right? Throw on some actual clothes, not pajamas. It's not Christmas morning. You're not opening up presents, right? Right? You're not opening up gifts with your kids on Christmas morning. Okay? Save that for home. Throw on some shorts, right? Maybe a collared shirt, something, you know? Clean up the nails, okay? Otherwise, wear gloves, Come on. Come on. Right? Anyway, you know what I mean? And then have a little awareness, okay? You don't have awareness, get that other person that has some awareness, okay? Get some of that awareness, situational awareness, right? Look around you, right? Before you turn that next aisle, maybe take a look, right? Maybe kind of like, you know what I mean? Lean out a little bit and take a look, left, right, left. I mean, come on. All right. And if you're at a standstill, act like it's an uncontrolled intersection. Okay. The guy on the right, the gal on the right goes first. Okay. And if you got a lady, right, she's probably apologizing anyway. And this is it. This is where I'm going to end it today. The things that people say that I get upset about. All right. No worries, right? I'm not worried. You know what I mean? It's like you're welcome, right? Where I come from, hey, I'm old school. I like to say you're welcome, thank you, right? I say that type of stuff. Immortal Coil, good to see you. How you doing out there? Hope you're gonna have a great 4th of July weekend. Let's be part of the solutions, guys, not the problems, right? Let's lead by example. Come on. You say everything without saying anything, right? We don't need to be reminded to not drink and drive. Come on. Yeah. So hey, come on, right? Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's blow that up. All right. Let's blow that up in the right way. Okay. Not the wrong ways. Come on, YouTube. We can be better than that, right? That's why I have my channel. That's why I do this every morning. I'm trying to get better. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. I hope I earn that. I hope I continue to earn that. Right? You enjoy this stuff. I got other material. I got some good stuff planned. All right. So this is just kind of a quick down and dirty. I'm gonna try to end it in 15 minutes. Okay. I'm not trying to waste your guys' time. You know, no worries, sorry. Don't say I'm sorry. Don't say so sorry. You didn't cause me physical harm. You didn't do anything. You didn't roll a basket over my foot, right? You didn't smash it into my ankle. You didn't break my hip. Don't apologize, right? Just say excuse me, right? Pardon me, right? Hey, I'm gonna just to let you know where I'm at. I'm over here and I'm doing this, right? That's all you gotta say. You don't need to apologize. Stop it. Stop it already. I'm sorry, right? And then when you're finally sorry, it doesn't mean anything, right? Words have meanings, you know? Right? Come on. Come on, YouTube. You get that. You know where I'm, coming from when I'm picking up. You're picking up what I'm putting down. You know what I mean? And those people who like meet other people who haven't seen in a while and they're gonna have a social time, right? They're social types. That's fine, right? But if you're gonna like, you know what I mean, like really get in there, go get a coffee or something, right? There's a coffee place right down the next aisle. Go get some coffee, have a seat. There's a place for that. You're in the middle of the store, don't block other people, right? Go to the side, tighten up on the side. People gotta get by, you know? Come on. Um, and then lastly, right? Don't ask if you can steal that from me. Can I steal that? That sends the wrong message to the next generation. That confuses people, and they're already confused. We don't need to confuse them anymore. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't need to. They're going to be confused anyway. Let's provide clarity. It's all about clarity, right? YouTube, come on. Come on. Right? Because it's like, hey, can I steal that? And I'm like, thief, thief, right? You don't need to do that. You don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. Right. Let's tighten it up out there. Right. Let's think about that stuff when we leave the house. Come on. Let's use our blinkers. Let's slow down for that pedestrian. Right. And that's we don't have to be reminded not to drink anything, right? Let's have a designated driver. They have Uber drivers now, right? They have Uber Eats, they've got Instacarts, which are kind of insta headaches. So hey, you know what I mean? Let's slow it down. Other people got to work, they got families to provide for. Let's think about that type of stuff, right? Come on. Thank you, YouTube. That's about all I have. I gotta go do my walk. I gotta listen to some music. I gotta go work. And I'm gonna try to cut you out a video tomorrow. Today was short. It was sweet. It was concise. I was fired up. You guys joined in. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Immortal. Thank you, Brunin, 55. Thank you, JR. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming out. Okay. I'm Loud Italian. Hope to catch you in the next one. And like I always say, it's not goodbye to you because goodbye is something you say to someone that you don't want to see again. To you, I say, see you later. Catch you in the next one. If I don't see you in the next couple of days, have a beautiful 4th of July. All right. Be safe out there. And I hope to catch you in the next one with a lot more laughs. Okay. Thanks again. Peace.